It's me, Roger. I'm back with a little video where I'll share all my little secrets with you. Do you have clean hands? Are you subscribed? So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Hello, dear friends. Today we're going to make a no-knead bread, a bit puffy, Bada style, but much quicker. Honestly, it's a bread that has a lot of flavor. You're going to love it. Easy to make. I'll show you that. To make this delicious puffy bread, I'll need white flour. Here, I have 2 bowls because there's the starter and then the dough. But you'll find that out later. 2 times the water for the same amount, olive oil, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and of course yeast. I start by taking a container or a basin or whatever you want. I put the water in there, and I'm going to carefully add my yeast. I'm going to gently and thoroughly dissolve it properly in the water with a whisk, slowly and with care, and attention to detail, in a circular motion using a whisk to ensure even distribution of the yeast throughout the water. I am now adding the first portion of flour to my mixture. It's important to sift the flour carefully to ensure it is light and free of lumps. This step helps achieve a smooth and well-combined mixture, which is crucial for the desired texture in the final product. I'm going to carefully add my sugar to that and mix it all together gently and thoroughly with the whisk. Once it's well mixed like this, I'm going to cover that and wait for half an hour. We'll meet again in half an hour.
Here is the detailed recipe for preparing the starter dish, which includes all the necessary ingredients and step-by-step instructions to ensure a perfect beginning to your meal. Approximately 150 green of water, 100 green of white flour, and 15 green of fresh yeast.
So there we go, a good half hour later. As you can clearly see, we can indeed see that it has risen very nicely. At this point in the process, I will proceed to carefully pour in the remaining amount of water into the mixture. Following this, I will thoroughly combine all the ingredients together to ensure a smooth and even consistency throughout. Next, I'm going to add the rest of the flour, which I'm going to sift, of course. On that, I'm going to add a little bit of my salt, gently sprinkled all over, and I finish with the extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm going to mix it all together very well. Until it forms a smooth, cohesive, and slightly tacky dough. And now, just cover all that and simply wait for a little while, and then, after that, we'll meet again in about half an hour. Approximately 30 minutes. Half an hour has passed, and we can see it rising a little bit. Next to it, I'm taking a bowl of water, and I'm going to flip my dough like this. And there you go. And I'm going to do that 4 times in a row, which will give me a total of 2 hours. The second time. Third time. Fourth and final time. And in just about half an hour, we will indeed be able to start the process. And right now, at this very moment, we are going to take care of this dough in a careful and meticulous manner. I am just going to put a sufficient amount of flour on my table surface, making sure it is evenly and thoroughly spread out. And then I am going to gently and carefully turn the dough out onto it like this. And now, using a bench scraper, I'm going to carefully and gently fold the edges over with precision and attention to detail, like this exactly. I'm now going to sprinkle some flour on it. I'm going to flip my dough. With the bench scraper, I'm tightening it a little. I'm simply going to cover this with a cloth. And I'm going to wait another half hour. We'll see each other in a bit. Half an hour has passed. We can see that it has risen well. I'm going to sprinkle a little flour on top. And now I'm going to make 2 loaves of bread with this. So I'm going to cut it in half already. Like this, I'm going to take one and place it directly on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I'm taking the second one, doing the same thing, and I'm placing it on my baking sheet. My 2 loaves are now on my baking sheet. I'm just going to tighten them up a little bit more, just a little bit more, to make sure they are secure and comfortable, like this. The same thing for this one. I'm going to sprinkle them with flour once again. This time I'm not going to cover them. I'm going to leave them like this for half an hour while I preheat my oven to 220 degrees. We'll meet again in about... It's been a good half hour now, so I'm going to put this in the oven at 220 degrees. With steam, once it's in the oven, I'm going to lower the temperature to 180 degrees for about 40 minutes. We'll see each other in a bit. The recipe: 400 grams of white flour, 250 grams of water, the sourdough, 10 grams of sugar, 15 grams of salt, and 50 grams of olive oil. And here are my 2 loaves. They're baked now. I'm going to place them on a rack before cutting one to show you. We'll meet again as soon as they're cool. My bread is now cool, so I can cut a slice. As you can see, it's a soft bread. You can see that there are a few small holes. It's not bad. And it keeps very easily for approximately 2 to 3 days. And here's the inside. And here's another version. There, I've divided my dough into 8. This way I have 8 loaves of considerably good size in total that I can possibly freeze if I have too many. Now, I'm going to place them on a rack to let them cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you know how to do it. Go ahead, do it. It's not difficult. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Goodbye, and take care and stay safe. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe, share my videos, and thank you for leaving a comment.